pronouns vowels. No tanween at the end there. And there we have it. Let's do a bit of analysis. A subject and predicate. There was my basic nominal sentence. Always a subject, which is usually definite, and a predicate, which is usually indefinite. And there's where my hidden is going to be. Alright, and now all we've done is add an adjective. Add an adjective which belongs to a subject. So the ugly garden is hot. The ugly garden is hot. Alright, the final one. Anta tabibun. This also is a nominal sentence. Remember, we said that we can replace the subject here and here with a pronoun, what are known as the detached pronouns, and that's what we've done here. Anta, you. Tabibun, doctor. So you, we don't say is a doctor, of course, we say you are a doctor. So there's my hidden are. Alright, so you are a doctor. This time, we're going to give our predicate here an adjective. We're going to give our predicate an adjective. So previously we were just giving our subjects adjectives. There's no reason we can't just give our predicate an adjective, excuse me. So rather than saying you are a doctor, we're going to say you are a good doctor. So we use the word for good, which is, let's see if I can put it in, there it is, Hassan. And now we're going to give this a tanween this time. We're going to give this a tanween, and we're going to make it indefinite, because its noun is indefinite. That's all definiteness agreement means, right? Where we have a definite noun, we have a definite adjective, and where we have an indefinite noun, we have an indefinite adjective. So let's just do a bit of analysis. I have my subject here, you, I have my predicate there, and my hidden are. So this is my basic nominal sentence here. You are a doctor, and then Hasanun is just an adjective of the predicate. You are a good doctor. Forming basic sentences in Arabic is very, very simple. All you do is you take a statement, any sentence, and then you put the particle hal or the particle a in front of it, and it turns that statement into a question. For example, if I had anta tabibun, which means you are a doctor, and I put hal or a in front of it, it turns that into are you a doctor? Let's look at a few examples of that for clarification. So here I have a nominal sentence. Anta tawilun, right? You, my subject, hidden are. Tawilun, my predicate. You are tall. You are tall. If I want to say, are you tall? In other words, turn this statement into a question, all I do is I put the particle hal in front of it. Hal anta tawilun. And now it's a question. I could equally use, I'm just going to write it here, one or the other. You can use either. Alright? Or hal anta tawilun means are you tall? Again, let's look at a second nominal sentence. Al-ustadhu al-hasanu qasirun. So see if you can identify what's going on here. This is a nominal sentence. We need therefore a subject and a predicate. Where is my subject and where's my predicate? Well, there it is, my subject right at the beginning. Is this my predicate? No, it's not, because the predicate is usually indefinite. So this is my best candidate for my predicate. Alright, so my basic sentence here is the teacher is short. So what's this doing here? What's this doing here? And hopefully you should be able to recognize by now that this is an adjective of the subject. And my hidden is going to be over here. Alright, so al-ustadhu al-hasanu qasirun means the good teacher is short, right? The good teacher is short. Alright, so let's turn this now into a question. I'm going to use hal, put hal in front of it, and there we have it. Hal al-ustadhu al-hasanu qasirun, is the good teacher short? Question mark. We go from the good teacher is short to is the good teacher short? Now, there's one thing to bear in mind here, namely this problem of iltiqa'u sakinain, which is known as the double sukoon problem. Alright, we have this lam here of the particle hal, which has a sukoon, and then we have the lam of al, because we're saying the teacher, also has a sukoon. And this connecting hamza, remember, we're ignoring because it now occurs in the middle of the statement. So effectively what we have are two sukoons in a row. The hal, the lam sukoon, and then the al, but ignoring the connecting hamza, and so again lam sukoon. Right? It doesn't matter that they're the same letters, that's not the point here. The point is we have two sukoons in a row, and that's a problem because that's not really pronounceable. Where you have this problem, there's various ways of dealing with it, which we'll come to as we progress through this course. But the default way, if you like, of dealing with it is that we get rid of the first sukoon and replace it with a kasra. So rather than having hal, we now have hali. This allows us to connect from this kasra to what was our second sukoon, giving us halil ustadul hasanu qasirun. All right, is the good teacher short?